Welcome to the Garden City Community Chat Show, episode number 624, with your hosts, Carrie, Tom, and Mike. Their guest for tonight is Don Nicholson from Don Nicholson Enterprises. We're happy you could join us tonight and enjoy the show.
Well, hello, Garden City and all our neighbors. This is episode number 624 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It's Thursday, June the 1st. Can you believe it? Where the heck is the time going? Jeez. It's 2023, and we're so happy you could be with us tonight. We hope you're all safe and doing well. I am your host, Carrie. Also joining me tonight are my co-hosts, Garden City's very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom. How you doing, Tom?
Good. We switched the calendar and we cranked up the heat, I guess.
Yeah. Crank up the heat and crank up the AC.
Oh, yeah.
Also, former Garden City councilman and past president of the Garden City Kiwanis, Mr. Mike Jones. Mike, what up?
Everything's great, Carrie, but it's getting better.
Good. Surviving the heat, right? Just like everybody.
Yeah, as long as the air conditioner keeps working.
Yeah, exactly. Been working overtime. Well, with this warmer weather comes car shows, car events, and cruises. And who better to tell us all about them is the car cruise guru, Mr. Don Nicholson. Don will be here shortly to talk about the Wayne Road Cruise, cruising Hines, how to get down in Hines this year, how to get around all the traffic, and much more. So stay tuned for that. Also, Mike has the latest community events for you. But first up, Doppler Tom. He'll be here with the most current and accurate forecast for you shortly as well. Now, before we get to Tom, let me just mention real quick, if you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and post your questions and comments in the comments section, or you can email them to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, which is up on the screen right there under my name right there. You can also text your question to us at 734-788-9319. We'll do our best to get those up for you. We also want to take a quick minute to say thank you to all who listen and support us every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our surrounding communities as well. We really appreciate it, everyone's support. And remember, we'll continue to promote not only our community, but yours. And speaking of community, if your organization or business has any events, announcements, or cancellations that you'd like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
I would suggest they email us.
Yep, email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook at facebook.com/gcchat, and Mike will be more than happy to pass that along for you. We also encourage any local business out there to check out and join the Garden City Business Alliance and see what great things they can do for you. For more information, head on over to gardencitybusinessalliance.org. All right, we're going to get Tom in here now with a check of this weather, this sweltering weather, which Richard probably likes. See if we're probably going to get any rain in the near future. And then we're going to spend some time chatting with Don Nicholson from Don Nicholson Enterprises. So stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. This is brutal, my friend.
Yeah, it's definitely warm, muggy air, Richard weather. He's probably flocking down the street right now. Who knows what he's doing, but it's definitely a little uncomfortable if you're not a fan of the heat, as Carrie and I are not.
No.
But the other issue over the last couple of days, and will continue to be, is air quality as well. There's been a lot of kind of unhealthy air quality within all this heat as well, and a lot of sunshine has really been prevalent over the last couple of days. But we're going to change things up a little bit. We're not going to consistently continue to deal with this crazy hot weather and clear skies out there. So we're going to change things up a little bit, because that's what Michigan does best. But for the better a little bit as we get into the future. But for the rest of tonight, it's still going to be fairly clear out there. I'm not expecting too many issues out there. It's going to be a very mild, warm evening. We're going to get into the low to mid 60s for overnight lows. So very comfortable conditions out there. And as we get into Friday and into the weekend, we're going to see a little bit of change on the horizon. So unfortunately, tomorrow will be another warm, hot day out there. We're going to see temperatures getting probably into the low 90s. But one thing that you're going to notice that you haven't seen over the last couple of days is that we're going to see a little bit more bubble up of clouds. We're going to see a little bit more conditions that are not going to be crystal clear blue skies like it has been the last couple of days. So we're going to see a little bit of buildup of some fair weather clouds during the afternoon and evening hours over the next couple of days. And the only good news is that if you get under that cloud, it'll cool you down for a little bit.
Right.
Then it will come back out the sun and heat you right back up. So it's going to be a very warm and hot day tomorrow. We're definitely going to see temperatures get into the low 90s and still dealing with poor air quality as we get into tomorrow as well. So take note of that if you're susceptible to that conditions, because a lot of people are definitely the most vulnerable groups with that. And other than that, as we get into the weekend, we're going to see changes on the horizon, but they're going to be benign conditions. I'm not expecting any rain out of this system kind of moving through our neck of the woods. It's still fairly dry across the atmosphere. So again, as we get into Saturday, we're still going to be dealing with some cloud cover mixed in with that sunshine. We're going to see temperatures probably get into the upper 80s, so cooling down just a little bit. Not really seeing the 90s persistently going to be lingering around, but still fairly warm, still embedded within kind of the mix of sun and clouds for Saturday. And I'm not expecting any precip, but the good news is that this heat's going to start cutting down, and it's not going to last for too much longer. As we get into Saturday night into Sunday, we're going to see a frontal boundary, a dry frontal boundary begin to move through, and it will cool things back down a little bit more. As we get into Sunday, we're still going to be dealing with some mix of clouds and sun as well on Sunday. Not expecting any precip over the weekend, and temperatures will drop into the low 80s. So we're going to continue to drop things down a peg over the weekend and cooling back down, but still very warm, very seasonable, still warm out there. Temperatures will pretty much be into the 80s as we get into Sunday and even into Monday as well. We're going to still see that lingering impacts of kind of the system moving through. Still going to be dealing with some mix of clouds and sun as we get into Monday as well, with temperatures still going to be into the low 80s. So a little bit of change kind of on the horizon, cooling things down, bringing a little bit more cloud cover, but no rainfall is expected, unfortunately, as we get with a little bit of a cool down with a little system moving through. And as we continue to talk about next week, as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday, we're going to cool things down even more. We're going to get temperatures back into the 70s. So it's going to be a pretty nice little cool down, if you will, as we get into kind of mid next week. And probably temperatures in the upper 70s. Pretty nice. Low temperatures will probably get into the low 50s. So a little bit cooler nights out there to start each morning, but no concern for any frost or anything like that. So nothing too worrisome out there. Just a little bit of a cool down, which will again be kind of short-lived, because by the time we get into the following weekend, as we get into around June 10th and 11th, we're going to warm probably things back up into the low 80s and probably continuing that trend of some probably low 80s continuing into mid-June. So not expecting a pronounced heat wave, but over the next couple days and the last couple days, especially and into Friday and into Saturday, we're still going to be dealing with some warm temperatures. But one thing that you're probably wanting me to say, but I'm not going to say, unfortunately, it's any rain on the horizon. I don't see any significant rain to really water the gardens, water the lawn, just water anything at this point because it's been fairly dry. May was a very dry month here across Michigan. There wasn't really much in the way of any significant systems that really moved through and really gave us some beneficial rains. The new drought monitor came out today. A good portion of the region is now starting to get into an abnormally dry conditions, which basically means we're starting to get into a drought. Officially, which basically means that the grounds are really starting to use up a lot of that groundwater, and that has been kind of residual from the winter months into the early spring. So that's why the drought really hasn't been really starting too well. But now, after a month of pretty dry May, it's starting to creep down into the lower levels of that dry soil, of the depths of that soil, which is drying out a lot more than previously thought. So now we're starting to get into a drought. We'll probably continue to see this drought intensify over the next couple of weeks as we don't really see much in the way of any beneficial rains on the horizon, unfortunately. So that just means a higher water bill. That basically just means you're basically going to be watering everything if you want to keep everything alive at this point. If you have a garden, if you want a nice lawn, if you want anything really sustaining itself, if you will, out there. So no good news on that front because we always want free rain and free beneficial kind of downpours to really soak everything, which is we desperately need at this point. But I don't see that, unfortunately, on the horizon, which will probably come, and it will probably be some good soaking rains. There could be even some strong storms when eventually it becomes, because you and I know, Carrie, happens every month where it's dry for quite a while, and then you get a deluge of rain that just doesn't stop, and you get rain and flooding. And that potentially could happen as we get into the summer months, maybe toward the end of June and into July. We'll definitely be potentially watching for that as well. Maybe severe weather will be reintroduced for the summer months. So the good news right now is that in the short term, we're just dealing with nice weather, warmer weather, and dry conditions. So enjoy that if you like summer, because I know a lot of people do, and they wait all year for this. So it's definitely here, and enjoy it. But other than that, there really isn't too much to talk about across the country. It is June 1st, which means hurricane season has officially started across the Atlantic. And there already is kind of a system swirling around into the Gulf of Mexico, just bringing a whole bunch of rain to Florida over the last couple of days, and continues to bring a lot of rain. We were talking about this last week, that they were dealing with so much rain down there, and this week has been no exception as well. So they've just been hot and humid, dealing with those embedded rain showers down there, which is per typical for Florida for this time of year. But other than that, severe weather has been a pretty big deal across the plains as well, as it is this time of year, so nothing crazy out that front. And the West has been fairly quiet. There really hasn't been too much going on out there. So other than that, if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and it will keep you updated as we continue to roll into summer. Will be here officially later this month. So really starting a little early with the summer heat out there. For
Right. Michael Bingle wanted to know what the humidity is today. Even though it's 90, the humidity seems to be low, though.
Well, yeah, this is kind of as I say, dry heat. It's not really a whole lot of heat, and dew points are fairly low. So the humidity values have been kind of into the 20s and 30s, which is obviously, low. And dew points have been in kind of the 40s and 50s, which is good. You don't want to get into dew points of 60s and 70s. That's when you can't even breathe outside. And that's when humidity values can get into the 40s and 50s and 60s. So this is a little bit of a drier heat. As you know, dry heat can cool down a little bit quicker and warm up fairly quickly during the day. So that's kind of where we're at with this pattern. So yes, it is drier. So that is true.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
No problem.
AC is going up and the water bill's going up. So
we got all the bills going up.
All right. You have a good night. Thank you.
You
Appreciate it.
do. Bye-bye.
See you next week. All right. Just want to give a quick shout out to some people that are in there. We got Kathy Ward, our number one fans in there. We have Barb Reddy. We have William Moorhan. How you doing, Paul? Good to see you. Michael Bingle's in there. We also have Mrs. Chad is in there. Also, former Mayor Randy Walker is in there. He's out on a cruise in the Grand Cayman. He's watching us. How you doing, Randy? Thanks for joining us. Also, John Murray's there. He says, remember water conservation, odd even program. Yeah, probably be going on that. That's for sure. All right. Yeah, Michael Bingo, Arizona Heat. Yeah. All right. Let's introduce our guest for tonight. He is definitely no stranger to the show. Please welcome Mr. Don Nicholson from Don Nicholson Enterprises. Hey, Don, how you doing?
Hey, doing well, Kerry. How are you doing? How are you, Michael?
Excellent, Don. Thank you.
Doing great. Just surviving the heat and, getting by.
As they used to say to my wife, it's New Mexico's heat is dry heat. And she says, just like sticking your head in an oven.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Dry heat. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, 100 is 100. I don't care where you're at.
Well, yeah, and I've got a rain barrel for watering all my plants. Now, if only we would get some rain.
It's dry now. Well, look, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here tonight. Let's get right to it. You sent us some pictures, and I'm going to put them up, and you can comment on them. But first up is the Wayne Road Cruise, the All-American Wayne Road Cruise. So let's talk about that.
Okay. A lot of people think that the All-American Wayne Road Cruise is only for American vehicles. It's for any classic that comes out. It happens to be in the All-American city.
Right.
I was just looking. They're actually forecasting rain for the day after the cruise.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's only 42%, and it's a little over a week away from now. So I'm not. I really don't bother looking at the weather until the day of the event, anyways. But this one's a little different this year. The last 2 years we've had construction, and this year we're having some more construction.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But, as we said, we elected our governor to fix the damn roads. Well, we're getting the roads fixed.
Right. Yeah, she's doing it for sure.
And, so for many decades of neglect, we're paying for it now.
So tell us a little bit about the route. The route is from where to where?
The route is from Joy Road to Glenwood, all on Wayne Road.
Okay.
Now the construction area is between Cherry Hill and Palmer, and that has been normally our pretty exciting area. Pretty, a lot of stuff going on. The bowling alley's been a big spot, but we still have multiple areas that do not get used during the Wayne Road Cruise. Matter of fact, Westland Bowl has a bigger parking lot than the other than the one everybody wants to use. And it's been recently paved, so it's in really nice shape. So hopefully people come down and use that area. Westland Mall, there's lots of parking there and lots of areas to set up around there. We've got the Westland Historic Village.
Is there going to be a lot of vendors along the way too, right?
Well, most of the vendors that we bring in, we partner up with the Westland Historic Village, and that's where we put our vendors in there.
Okay, so this is the village here, right?
That is the village here. Yes, that's their the Wayne County, the old Eloise fire truck.
Wow.
And it does run.
Wow, that's crazy. Great shape.
It is in really good shape, and this is just one of our cruisers around that. I happen to like that shot, and we do a lot of visits to Mickey's throughout the summer. So, we figure, what the heck, let's promote one of our favorite businesses and cruise all at the same time.
Yeah, we hit Mickey's over on Cherry Hill in Vinoy there and see Mary all the time. She's really a great lady.
Yeah, they do. They're also a sponsor of the event. So
right now we're getting into the big one. This is the big boy.
That's the big one. That one, right now, we are so up in the air with. It's definitely going to happen,
Yeah.
but we don't know where and when.
Oh, you're kidding.
Well,
don't have the
because of the
route?
Merriman Road Bridge,
Right.
it really depends on the state how what they're doing. If they're in a position, and usually on the weekends, they don't work. They don't work anyways.
No.
So we're hoping that it's just going to be a little bit of a mess in that one area,
Yeah.
but it'll still be open for cruising. So I'm hoping to know. I sent them some questions earlier today, actually, and hoping to find out tomorrow or Monday a better plan at this time, because we have to start ordering a lot of our stuff for the event, a lot of our printed materials and things like that we need to get on hand.
Yeah. August will be here before you know it. And if they can't get down by Merriman, how are they going to get in then? They'll have to go in down by Inkster or what?
Well, we've never had an entrance at Merriman anyways.
Oh, okay. That's always been closed.
That's a spectator area that they can come in, and you can still get to that area from Merriman Road. But
Okay.
you have to come in from the north end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just can't come from the south.
This is you and the mayor talking it over, huh? Trying to
Me and the
figure out.
mayor, that was when Mayor Mike was a council person, and we have WLND in Westland comes out and videotapes the event every year,
Right.
and I got Mayor Mike to come and stand in the middle of Heinz Drive with all the cars going by us, and did our interview right out in the middle of the road.
Pretty cool.
Now, if I look like I was a little tired there, it's probably because that was after being up for over 12 hours already, and that was probably about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you look tired because you darn well were tired.
I was tired.
So this is a huge event. I mean, you said that this is more cars. Is it more cars than the Dream Cruise, or how'd that go?
It is more classic cars than any other car cruise in the country, including
this is only classics, right?
This is only classics. Now, you will, if you'll notice, there is one newer black vehicle there in the picture. That's the county sheriff.
Yeah, that's the sheriff, right? Yeah, you got to let him in there.
Yeah, we have no choice. We can't block them out. But no, and they also do have a few Dodge Challengers and whatnot that are undercover Wayne County Sheriff's cars.
Oh, okay, yeah, keeping the peace, yeah.
Well, we have a zero tolerance for burnouts. We want to keep our event family friendly, safe, that kind of thing. So we really want to make sure that we look after the rules and regulations. We don't want to have a wild, crazy event. We like the show off the cars and have all the people enjoy themselves. Yes, your 91 Mercury Marquis does qualify as a classic, Michael.
Right.
It's actually anything that is 25 years or older.
Right.
If your car qualifies, you do not have to have it on there, but if it qualifies for a historical license plate, then it qualifies for our event.
Mike, you and I are definitely classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't have a 1991 license plate though.
Now, these are basically just people watching the cruise and set up. Where are the vendors at?
The vendors actually, if you went back to the Merriman Road one, I can see one of the vendors there. Oops. Okay, see to the right.
Oh, yeah.
Tent?
Right.
That's where our food vendors are, right in their area.
You try and keep them in one area.
Yeah, we have vendors down by Nankin Mills.
Okay.
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, it's hard to see. They don't really have the big tents there. And there's one I can see just right behind that blue car in the middle.
Right. Yep. Donuts. I think that's a mini donut lady.
Yeah, the donut. It could be mini. No, the mini donut was down at the other end. When she was there.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, look at the turnout on. I mean, this is incredible.
Yeah. Well, now we figure we have just over 500,000 people in the park.
Wow.
Woodward Dream Cruise has 1.5 million is what they advertise. Now the big difference is Woodward Dream Cruise has 1 million people that live within 2 blocks of the of Woodward Avenue.
Right, and not only that, they have Channel 7 and all the big stations covering it too.
Yeah,
So
that's right. We have Garden City Chat that covers it for us.
Absolutely, you darn well sure do. This is an annual thing, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's we don't have the cubic dollars to put into advertising to get the media, the big media stations out there.
But they're always looking for feel-good stories. I don't know why they don't come out and cover this. There's more than one station.
We've had one year where they came out, and that's the only year we've had the TV channels out there. Detroit Visitors Convention Bureau did a story on us that ran on PBS.
Yeah.
And that was a nice one. But there's, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It just seems like, the only time they come to Garden City or Westland is when something bad has happened,
Oh, yeah.
It kind of pisses you off.
A shooting or an accident or you're
trying
to take down a politician, you can get the media out.
Here's some more classics. Looks like Smokey and the Bandit right there.
That is actually Mel's Smokey and the Bandit. The car.
Yeah.
So
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Look at here.
Yeah, and there's another one of Mel's cars.
Yeah.
We've got another show. We've got a
Mel
bunch
is who we drove for, right?
Pardon me?
Mel is who we drove for, right?
Correct, yes.
Back, I think, went down in Ferndale. We took the cars.
That was
awesome.
Wasn't that just before the pandemic? About 4 years ago?
Yep. Time flies.
Yeah, you drove the Billy, was it the Billy Bob or?
Billy Bob Chevy, Chevelle.
Billy Bob Chevelle.
Yeah, that was awesome. Very cool. So this is his.
Yeah, there's.
Hey, how'd that Mini Cooper get in there?
That's Gateway Classics vehicle.
Okay.
The event, we can't make our vendors drive classic cars because they wouldn't be able to come in and vend it. They'd have to go buy a vehicle.
Exactly.
So no, they do have their own. And
now
this is a list.
This is good. How businesses can benefit, right?
Yes. So we do not, we'd love them to sponsor the event, but they don't have to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
We asked them to maybe work with a local charity and maybe sell water, have the charity come out and sell water or do some kind of a fundraiser in their parking lot. They ask them to offer the parking spaces up for classic cars. They can set up a tent between the sidewalk and the street and sell, just pass out flyers, maybe samples of their food or whatever. Restaurants, it would be so cool to see them go out and do car hop service because a lot of the car are not going to leave their cars and go in and eat. They'll stay with the cars. So there's a lot of different things, but and as it says, we have advertising packages available for as low as $200, and the advertising part of it is over because the program's already gone to print.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it's the Marketplace paper, which you already have a copy of it.
Yeah, I do. I got it right here, and I'm going to put it up on the screen. There it is.
Yeah, that's the Garden City edition.
Garden City edition
for the cruise as well.
Yep, all the
is that the
June
one
in there?
Is that the June marketplace? Is that the June marketplace?
Yes.
I haven't got that yet. I'll get it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, this is a new one.
Okay.
It's got the music in the park on the front.
Yeah.
These cruises bring an awful lot of money into the businesses. I mean, especially along Wayne Road there. That's awesome.
Well, and that's the whole concept of doing this is to bring business to the business community.
Right.
Like anything else, there's all kinds of different things that they can do, but it really is about the idea of giving the businesses the opportunity to reach out and introduce themselves to new people.
Yep.
This is our fun one.
Yeah.
The over at Step over on 450 South Vinoy, we'll be doing our yearly drive-in movie.
Yeah.
And I can announce it here. There you go.
Oh,
Showing the great race.
I love that. I love that movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Along with the movie, we have two of the vehicles from the movie.
Oh, really?
That one right there,
Oh, yeah.
the mad scientists, and that one right there.
Yeah.
So both those vehicles will be on display at the drive-in
Wow.
movie. They are coming out compliments of the Stalls Museum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's a big
Stalls
one, too.
is bringing the cars out. So and
This
if
one's
you've
really
never
cool.
been to, yes, it is. That one goes up on stilts, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole body raises up.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah,
I remember that.
so
There's the car right
Yeah.
on the front right there.
yeah,
white
that's the other car. Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
bad guy in the black hat.
Yeah. Jack
The
Lemmon
drives the
and
black
Tony
car.
Curtis, they're awesome together. They really were good.
Oh yes,
And
it
Natalie
is.
Wood.
It is a great movie. We've got the DVD already. We paid the rights for the movie already, so
Awesome.
it's a done deal. And but if you're a car person or you're out in New Baltimore, check out the Stalls Museum. It really is a really cool place. Something I didn't send you any pictures of this because we only just got it. Kathy, no, they have never been there.
No. Wow.
Omni DC TV, they have not been to the cruise.
Now Westland
Um,
covers the Wayne Road, right?
West End covers the Wayne Road, and West End covers the Hines Drive.
Really? Wow.
They come out
Can't
to
get
both of them.
CCTV out there.
Well, and I'll be in all fairness, I've never really asked them.
Yeah.
'Cause only the last couple of years is when I started working with them, and a lot of
Right.
people, we're not really in Garden City, but what is it,
Yeah.
a quarter mile?
But-
Quarter mile away from the border.
But
Yeah.
you've done a lot for Garden City, so
Yeah, we have a lot of people that come through. I know Bob and Barb over at the mini golf.
Oh yeah.
They tell me all the time. They said we sit at the table and watch the cars go by on their way to to get onto the cruise at Ford Road.
Right. Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
said it's the biggest parade that we get to see all year.
Yeah, they're great people. I love Barb and Bob. They do a wonderful
Yeah.
job at the Ford Road Mini Golf. Michael Bingle says reach out to CBS, the new CBS channel. Says they do a good job.
CBS.
Yeah,
Okay.
they just started at 10 o'clock news. He says they'll cover
Interesting.
you.
I
don't
will.
know.
I will add them to the list. We were down. We added a booth at down in Campus Marshes about 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
We were part of the Detroit Visitors Convention Bureau display. We had the speed racer car there.
right. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and
Gail's
so
car.
they had, pardon me.
That's Gail's car.
Yeah, that's Gail's car there. Well, we had that one there, and we also had the Grand Prix car was there, and for the Detroit Grand Prix.
Yeah.
It's coming up this weekend.
Joy LaPiccolo, who was on our show a few weeks back, wants to thank you for all you've done over the years. It's been about 15 years since you talked. Hopes your son's doing great.
He's managing to do what he can do at this point, Joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing pretty good. His CT scan came out from Sunday. Was a little bit better than the past, so that's all we
Okay, hey.
can. That's all we can do. We just keep our
Everybody's
fingers
just
crossed.
an improvement, right?
Yep.
And that's
So-
all the pictures I have.
That's I thought of these afterwards. I didn't. I also host 4 cruises in the summertime at different historical sites.
Right, right.
So we've got one in June at the Detroit Historical or Detroit. I keep wanting to say Detroit. It's the Dearborn Historical Museum,
Okay.
and that's June 21st in the evening at the Dearborn Historical Museum.
Uh-huh.
And then I got one in July at the Westland Historic Village.
All right.
July 18th. And so we'll have that there. And then we got Wednesday, August 16th at Ford House out in Grosse Pointe, as Henry Ford would say.
Oh, Grosse Pointe. Yeah.
Grosse Pointe, yes.
Oh, that's funny.
And then today, we just got another one today, Carrie, that I didn't get to you, but we just really finalized everything today. I'll be working with the Stalls Museum
Wow.
with their Autos for Autism.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, and they have all of the funding goes to the Ted Lindsay Foundation for Autism.
Okay.
Wayne Carini, for those car people out there, Wayne does the TV show Chasing Cars.
Yes.
Chasing Classic Cars. Yeah, he will be there.
Mention
his
where the
daughter-
museum's at, Don, because that's a great museum.
Oh, it is.
Mention where it is.
It is. Actually, I happen to have it right in front of me here. It's 2651. Wait a minute. 56516 North Bay Drive in New Baltimore.
Okay. Yeah, that's really cool.
It really is. And they just got a new display in, and they've had a little bit of an issue getting it in the building.
Oh, really?
They got the Apollo 13 capsule from
Get out.
the movie Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks.
No way.
And so they got this. What did she say? It was it looks like a big gumdrop or something sitting outside.
Yeah. Like a candy kiss.
Yeah, Candy Kiss. That's what it was. The big Hershey's Kiss sitting outside the building. They've got security on it, and
Oh, my God.
they have to bring a crew in to disassemble it to get it into the building.
Wow.
So that's one of their new pieces. They have a whole bunch of different cars in there, and they're all very authentic. They've got a Wurlitzer organ that they play, and a lot of cool stuff.
It's really cool. Really cool.
So
yeah, Cruise and Hines, nothing but the classics and the Wayne Road, All-American Wayne Road Cruise.
yep, and
Those are
you'll
the
see
biggies.
me traveling around this summer because we're trying to bring people in from out of the area, out of the state. So as you know, Eddie and I already drove down to Metropolis, Illinois.
Yes.
We stopped at a couple of car shows on the way and passed
That
out
looked like
postcards.
That looked like a fun trip.
It was a very fun trip, and maybe we'll do a show on that one too, because it really is a fun place for people that are into Superman.
Yeah, you got a lot of pictures. You can send them to me. We'll put them up on the screen because,
Yeah.
that's a pretty cool place.
We can do that at any time. You know, when you don't have somebody and you need a filler, we can talk about that. And it really is a cool place to go. It's a long drive. It's an 8-hour drive, depending on how you go.
Right.
But
Yeah, and construction and everything, right?
well, if you take, like, we took 10 hours to come back, actually closer to 12, but we came back. I had my map quest on one screen and my weather Doppler weather on the other screen, and so we were trying to drive around the storms.
Yeah.
And we missed most of the storms, but it did take a little extra time.
Oh,
we
good.
drove a lot of the back roads and had a good time. Eddie and I had a lot of fun together.
Right.
So we're did that. We're going to go up to Ottawa, Canada in 4 weeks.
Oh, nice.
We're going to hit a couple of car shows up there, and then I've got to go to a couple of shows in Ohio, Northern Ohio, and Pennsylvania here in the next couple of weeks. And
So when do you sleep? Yeah, what's that?
after my desk
September.
gets cleared off, then I can get a nap. If you see what's behind me,
Yeah.
that's as clean as my desk is, or maybe cleaner.
Wow.
There's
Wow.
I've got stacks going. We are still about 2 to 3 weeks out for design work.
Uh-huh.
You know, I get people all the time that call me and say, "Have you got my stuff done yet?" I says, "You're on the list. I'm not there. You know, we're not there yet, but Gail and I are on the computer every single day for many hours."
I know. Yeah, Gail, your wife, she does a fantastic job with the marketplace, and
Yep.
Mrs. Chat feeds her a lot of information. She gets it in there right all the time. Does a good job.
We've been having trouble getting information out of Garden
that's the
City.
thing. Yeah.
So
You hear that, people? Get your information to Don so it can go in the marketplace.
and we can use a few more businesses as advertisers.
Yeah. Need the advertisement. Get it out there. Get your business out there. Come on the show and come on market.
I was so happy to hear when I was out delivering this week, when I'd go into place, I went into the new community center in Garden City.
Oh, Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
Yeah.
I got to remember the name of that one yet. So I walked in there and they said, "We've had 5 people in here looking for you today."
Uh-oh.
dropping the paper off. They were in looking for the paper. And they were one of the first people to get the paper. That was on the 30th, not the 31st. They were delivered on the 30th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a huge place. And let me tell you, that's going to be a destination in Garden City. It really is nice. Beautiful.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you still looking for help?
Always. We are always looking for help.
Basically, you and Gail.
It's just me and Gail. I'd like to find somebody that is younger and might want to carry this business on in the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've hit my, you know, I'm over 19 now, so I'm trying to look at retirement. And
I don't know if you'll ever retire, Don, but I hope you do. I mean,
I've retired 3 times.
Yeah.
I've retired 3 times. So.
What you need is an apprentice, right? Somebody to learn the business.
Apprentice. I need a mini me, a mini Don. How's that? and it does not have to be a male. You know,
sure.
If we can find the right person, if it's somebody that has an interest in the community, because we do a lot of community stuff that I'd love to see happen, you know, long after I'm gone.
Yeah.
An interest in putting together some cool events.
Right.
You know, and also an interest in graphic design and photography.
Photography. You take a lot of pictures, a lot of photos.
Yep. So, you know, I mean, you can, I mean, that's the orange shirts and the stuff. That's all shirts waiting to be heat pressed. Get the logos on them. We got a 3D printer. Yeah, I got to watch what arm I'm doing using. There's a 3D printer back there. I just noticed my screensaver is on my other computer over there that runs the our vinyl cutters.
Oh, okay.
We do heat press. We do vinyl. We print on metal. We can do
business cards, Christmas cards.
Yeah, all kinds of things. So it really is something that you know. There's very few small businesses working out of their house that do as much as we do in the community.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you do a lot.
And you know, and we did. A couple of years ago, I started to say I was going to back off of some of my boards and commissions that I was on.
Yeah.
And I was at that time I was on 16, so I'm now down to 19.
Oh,
Great progress.
Yeah.
So we do need to do stuff. Yeah, Michael was asking me about those banners that they have. For the on the street signs.
Yeah, on the post.
We have done those and that, but I don't know what Garden City is doing. They've had them and they have the sign.
Supposedly they're going to replace those poles because they're all rusting out at the bottom. So
they didn't buy the ones that were made out of stainless steel.
No, and they don't have the sleeve at the bottom for when the salt goes there. You know what I'm saying? To protect it. So yeah, they're going to spend a bundle on that.
Oh yeah, they're not cheap. I know we priced them out. You know, it doesn't look like much, but they're about $400, and that's to get the stainless steel ones.
Yeah. Don Corey is watching from Florida. She says that's awesome, Don. Great to see you, Don.
Down in Florida, getting a suntan, I hope.
Well,
I don't know why you need to go to Florida. We got warmer weather here.
Yes, and drier.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to be in for some rain there. It sounds like.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, anybody interested in a job or being an apprentice and learning the job, they can contact you. It's right there on the screen, right?
Yep. And
And
that is my cell phone number. I answer. If I don't answer, leave a message. The only
Leave a
reason I
message.
won't answer is if I'm on another line or am I
Right.
talking to a customer.
right. Yeah. Let me ask you
So-
this now. This is a real important question.
Oh, drum roll.
Drum roll. How do you like your Blackstone?
It's still in the box.
No way.
It is. Carrie,
Oh, my
that's how
God.
busy we've been. I bought the thing last weekend.
Yes.
It's still sitting in the box in the garage. This weekend it will be done. I also was I bought that and I was trying to get the garden ready to plant.
Yeah.
So we got the garden ready to plant. Went to
Okay.
Parsons, picked up all my flowers, my vegetable garden flowers, and I've been watering them every day. But I
Okay,
haven't
okay.
haven't
That's
got them
good.
planted. And
Yeah,
don't-
get them in the
don't
ground.
have- Yep.
Oh,
So
wow. Don says it was sunny and a great temp today.
yeah.
Too bad we aren't there. Matt could do the photograph for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes
See,
taking
I need somebody that's more of a little bit wider than just, or not wider, but more versatile than just
Right.
photography.
Right. Yeah, you got to learn. I mean, the printing and screening and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
A lot to learn.
I've got 2 photographers' orders here that I have to fix all of their files for them.
Really.
That's one of the problems that we're finding with digital photography is there's hundreds or maybe even thousands of photographers out there that don't have a clue what they're doing.
Yeah.
So one is a customer that sent all of their files. They sold a job to one of our customers,
Okay.
and when they tried to prep them for printing, they totally destroyed them. So we have to go back to their raw files and fix everything and get them ready for
Oh, wow.
publication. But they have over 250 pictures.
Wow.
You know,
Cool.
and they all take a lot of time to do.
Yeah. Sure.
And then we have another one that did the same thing, and we assemble collages for them. And but they had a new photographer that thought that they were better than the boss. So they told the boss that they were going to shoot it their way, and
Oh,
now
boy.
we have to. Yeah,
Wow.
he's now learning his lesson. I've had him over here and showed him how to what he caused.
I know also, before I let you go, we got to do a show on history because you're quite the historian too. You know a lot of historic areas in the area. And
I have so much useless information in my head. I've got no hair, no room for hair to grow.
oh, okay. That's Mike's problem too.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm the president of the West End Historical Society.
Right.
I'm the president of Friends of Naked Mills.
Yeah.
I'm on the executive board for Motor Cities National Heritage Area, and we do all kinds of things with them. In our job, if you don't know it, all 3 of us are sitting in the National Heritage Area right now.
Really?
And we are Motor Cities is an affiliate of the national parks.
Oh, okay.
So if people want to learn about what we do, check out Motor Cities, and that's plural.org.
Motorcities.org.
.org. Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll have to catch up on that too when we have a break in the action.
I sit on a board or a committee for every level of government from city on up to federal.
Yeah. Now you were just recently appointed to state, right? For
Yes, I've been appointed to a committee for the governor. That committee looks after getting jobs for people with disabilities.
oh, very cool.
Right.
So
That's
we have 4 meetings a year, and I am the only person who has ever sat on the committee since 1958 that does not live in Lansing.
Really? Wow, that's a record.
So I drive the hour and whatever change to get there, and
Yeah.
everybody else everybody else shows up late.
And they're right there.
They're in Lansing. But no, we do that. We just did a panel last week with the director of Ford, GM, and Stellantis for their disabilities and inclusion groups in
Nice.
all three of those companies. And we discussed different ways of making sure that we can get people that do have disabilities, how they can get a job with Ford, GM, or Chrysler, and different things like that. And that one will be televised on through YouTube pretty soon. I'll get you a link to it.
Yeah. Well, they have so much to give. I mean, they can contribute too.
Well, a lot of people, and I sit on multiple chamber boards, and I hosted a luncheon for chamber members, so business owners, and we were featuring three of the speakers were STEP, Services to Enhance Potential, the Judson Center, and Community Living Services. And what I did was, this was in December a couple of years back, and it was 10 degrees out that day. And I asked everybody that was in the audience, all the business owners, all the managers, if they had anybody that walked to work that day and got there with a smile on their face, ready to go to work, and nobody raised their hand.
Wow.
I said, so now you need to listen to the next three speakers, because they help train the people that do come in and work for you, and they do a great job. I says, and my son is one of them, and he did walk a mile to get to work that day, and he got there ready to go to work with a smile on his face.
Yeah. Wow.
So
they're determined.
I'm going to put a plug in for Mr. Mike's.
Yeah.
They have actually hired 3 people through STEP.
Oh,
and
cool.
They have come back and told me that these are the best employees that they have ever had working.
I have no doubt.
They're very appreciative of
they're
getting an opportunity.
appreciative. They're willing to work, and
they want to work. They want the money.
Work.
They want the money. It's their money. It's money that they get to spend on whatever they want to spend it on.
And it's a shame, because there's so many people out there right now that don't want to work, especially our young people. I mean, it's pretty sad right now.
It really is.
Everybody
I talk to is everybody I talk to is having trouble finding staff.
Wow. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Yeah. Well, look, anything else you wanted to cover?
Geez, Kerry, you and I could we could sit here for a couple more hours, but
we could go 3 hours. Easy.
I'm sure we'd bore everybody listening, so we don't want to do that this time. We'll do it in small doses. But I'd love to come back and talk about auto history and history of the West End Garden City area. Maybe we could bring Kim in from Garden City, and the two of us could.
Kim Marquette, yeah.
Yeah, Kim Marquette.
Yeah.
I'm sure the two of us could talk a lot about different history in Nankin Mills and Garden City, West End.
Right. No doubt. Well, look, thanks as always for coming on. You always have great information to pass along to our listeners. We really appreciate it. Best of luck with the cruises. Yeah, absolutely. And people can get a hold of you. It's there up on the screen. I'll mention it again at the end of the show. And we have a lot of events to get to, and we're also going to mention those again, the cruises for you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks, Don. You take care, and
take care, Mike. Happy birthday.
No, I got a month and a half yet, or 6 weeks.
I figured out when it was. That'll be right about the time I'm just coming back from Ottawa.
All right. Safe travels, and say hi to Gail.
Take care. Yeah. Thanks.
Bye. All right. Always good information from Don. Once again, you can contact Don at 734-658-5296. That is his cell phone. He will answer it. If he doesn't, leave a message. Also, you can email him at don@donnicholson.net, and he will get back to you just as soon as possible. All right. How come everybody's saying happy birthday, Mike?
I don't know. You're premature.
Premature. All right, moving on. The next city council meeting is Monday, June 5th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. That is located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. These meetings are a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you may have. And we hope that you will attend. All right. Are you ready, Mike?
I am ready.
We're going to get you in here to do the announcement, so stand by.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the
Okay,
day
time for
when
some
you make me
community
cry.
announcements.
You say
Let's
you're
get Mike
gonna
in
leave.
here. Mike,
You know it's a
Wait.
lie. 'Cause it'll be the day when I die.
all right, good job.
Okay, Garden City Senior Center Thrift Shop. Their hours are Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're still in the Maplewood Center, and you can get a $2 bag sale every day. But this is only limited to the items that are on the tables. They do accept donations Monday through Saturday.
All right, I just want to give a shout out to Patty Fixes in there. She just joined us.
Oh, I cannot hardly read this one.
You want me to read
This
it?
is a Garden City Garden Club, but that's a pretty fine print.
Yeah, they want the Garden Club is looking for a few more gardens to be featured on our annual garden walk Saturday, July 15th from 10 to 3. Residents' homes
Anniversary.
can have gardens that are big or small, neat or wild, full of annuals, perennials, veggies, garden art, water features, or just your favorite flowers. Let's see, I'll go down. If you are interested or know someone who might be interested in participating in this year's garden walk, please post here on the Facebook page, Garden City Garden Club, or message them. Tickets for the annual garden walk will be on sale at Barson's Greenhouse starting June 24th. So if you've spent a lot of time in your yard and you want to showcase it, get a hold of the Garden Club. They're looking for yards.
Wayne County Veteran Services meet every Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 to 4:30 at the Radcliffe Center. You can call 313-506-0302 to make an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And the American Legion Department of Veteran Affairs meets every Tuesday from 9 to 3 p.m. You can get all of your veteran concerns and areas taken care of right here in Garden City. You don't have to go all the way downtown.
Isn't that fantastic? I mean, that's great. Yeah. And once the former mayor, Randy Walker, gets back from his cruise, I'm going to get him scheduled. He is the Wayne County Director of Veterans Services, so we'll get him on and talk about that.
All right. Tech Time with Julie is going on summer vacation. That will resume in the fall.
Yep.
Julie's been busy watering all kinds of gardens. She said
exactly. Right. Yep.
Okay, Meals on Wheels. Volunteers are needed for the Garden City. Meals on Wheels program. Apply at the Maplewood Center, 31735 Maplewood Boulevard in Garden City, or call 734-793-7874. 1874.
Yep.
Straight Farmhouse Museum. Museum hours are Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 3. You can contact them at 734-838-0650 or find them on Facebook at GC Straight Farmhouse.
Yep.
Sharon Coffey, the Notary Babe. She'll take care of all kinds of notary-related services, loan documents, trusts, powers of attorney, titles, bill of sale, refinances and mortgages, acknowledgments. What's this?
Bank forms.
Bank forms and more.
Yeah. She does it all. She will come to you. She'll come to your home or your office.
Contact her at 734-469-8821.
Right. Wherever you're at, she'll come to you.
Carpet cleaner. This is one of our guests, wasn't it?
Yep. Dennis Dykeman. Yep.
They do tile and grout upholstery, auto, floods, and carpet. Call Dennis at 734-299-6496.
Yep. Dennis does a good job. He's an eager beaver, I'll tell you that.
The Wayne Open Air Farmers and Artesian Market every Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. It started yesterday. The Notre Dame Hall, 3144 South Wayne Road in downtown Wayne.
I want to mention a couple more people in there, Mike. We have Derek Parton from D&D Sports Chat, and also Moose Janes is in there. Thanks for joining us.
Any auditions? Oh, yeah. James was trying to recruit for this at the Kiwanis meeting today.
Yeah.
Saturday, June 3rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, June 4th from 2 to 7. So it's going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Individual auditions are 15-minute increments, so get there, get early.
Craft Day, Seashell Wind Chimes on June 3rd, 11 a.m. at the Radcliffe Center. All ages are welcome. Register online at gardencitymi.org/parks or in person at the Radcliffe Center. This will take place at 1751 Radcliffe Street.
Yep.
And the number there is 734-793-1850.
Yep. $10, you get a nice chime.
Yeah. A hiring fair, June 9th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. for all clinical and non-clinical positions, RN positions, up to a $15,000 sign-on bonus.
Yeah. Wow.
Who's sponsoring this?
Garden City Hospital.
Garden City Hospital.
Yep.
Computer basics and introduction to computer navigation. Does having to do a task on a computer give you stress? Oh.
That's you. That's your name's all over this, Mike.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I've threatened to throw that computer down the stairs. Okay. It's a 3-week class. It's $15, ages 13 and up. It's on Wednesdays, starting June 7th from 2 to 3 p.m. at the Radcliffe Center.
Yeah. Time's running out. You got to get that money in.
The producers, that's this month's presentation at the
Inspire
Theater.
Yep.
Shows are going to be Fridays and Saturdays, June 9, 10, 16, 17, 23, 24 at 7:30, and Saturdays and Sundays, June 10, 11, 17, 18, 24, and 25 at 2 p.m. Tickets are $20. You can get them at Inspire Theater Ticketleap.com.
Yeah, that's a lot of shows they're doing. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Friday night, June 9th, movie Right Under the Stars, League of Super Pets. There'll be free cookies, movie, and popcorn. This is in Wayne.
Oh, Gowdy Park. Okay.
Okay. Free live canine superhero show from 5 to 6:30. Event starts at 4:30 and the movie starts at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Gowdy Park. Yeah, that's a nice venue. 3355 South Wayne Road. I can barely read that. Here we go.
This is one Don had up. All American Wayne Road Cruise on June 10th.
Yep. From Joy Road to, did he say Glenwood or Palmer?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's a long cruise.
Yeah. Neighborhood Watch is back. Second Tuesday of every month, 7 p.m. at the Garden City Police Department. Share this information with your neighbors. Next meeting will be June 13th. Now booking June celebrations. Father's Days, birthdays, baby showers, weddings and anniversaries. Pop-up card in your yard. Who's doing this?
Pop a card in your yard. That's the name of the business.
Oh, pop a card in your yard. Okay.
Yeah.
313-713-7380.
Yeah, they do a great job. I got
You did Cheryl's birthday, didn't you?
Yep, Cheryl's birthday. Yep.
Music in the Park. First one's coming up soon.
Yep.
June 15th. Next one will be July 20th and the last one August 17th.
Right.
Events go from 4 to 9 and The bands start usually at 6:30.
Yep.
Camp Garden City starts June 19th through August 18th. $99 a week. There'll be learning, art, sports, and adventure programs. It runs from 9 o'clock to 12:45. You can contact them at 793-1850.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, remember, with our new parks director, Kim O'Farrell.
Yeah.
You can catch that show. That was an interesting show.
Summer reading starts June 19th. All together now. Mondays is craft day. Tuesdays is community day. Wednesdays is story time. Thursdays is evening event. And Fridays is Lego Club.
And this is at the Garden City Library.
Okay. 100 years serving the Garden City community. Adult summer reading starts June 19th. It's Tuesday with movies over the decades. Wednesday with crafts over the decades. Friday a book garden, and Saturday special events.
A lot of stuff going on over the summer.
Yep. Princess Dance Party. Hang out with a famous princess, August 4th and 5th. August 6th, or ages 4 and 5, June 20th. Ages 6 to 7, June 22nd. And these run from 10 to 11:30.
Yep.
Parents' night out. Hey, this is a great break for
take
parents who want to get rid of the little ones.
Right.
They provide activities include crafts, games, movies, and pizza. This is for children ages 5 to 11. $10 a child, $10 a sibling. Their first one is going to be on Friday, June 23rd, and then Friday, July 21st, and then Friday, August 18th.
Yeah.
Gives
Make a date night.
Yeah, make it a date night.
Yep.
Drop off the little angels and have them taken care of. Mom to Mom sale. This will be this Saturday, June 3rd. June 3rd is Saturday? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow.
$20 a table. It's going to be at the Radcliffe Center.
Yep.
Okay, tutoring tots, teaching others their strengths. Damita Du Bois, Mrs. D, owner and certified tutor in GCDF, virtual and in-person tutoring tots at yahoo.com. You can call her at 313-932-1021 or 313-623-1866. This is for K-12 all year round. Kids Dodgeball. Wednesdays, June 14th through August 2nd from 6 to 7. Ages 7 to 11 is $30 at the Radcliffe Center. This is a big one.
Big.
Autos for Autism coming up pretty quick.
Yep.
Monday, June 19th from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Garden City Middle School. Live music by Bonnie and the Working Girls, plus special guests working in. R&J Smoke Meats will be there. Motorcycles are welcome.
Yep. We'll be there.
Yes, we will. The Wayne Community Yard Sale on July 15th, my anniversary, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Space rentals are $10. Direct marketing vendors, crafters, and garage sale for space rentals. And more information, contact Fred at 734-366-3340.
Cool.
Lucky Squirrel, we've had the first one.
Yep.
Next one will be July 22nd, and the last one is September 16th. They run from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. They have typically over 150 vendors, arts, crafts, antiques, and more. It's an outdoor flea market with craft and vendor event.
Yeah.
And this is at the northeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt. Save the date. Just join us on August 9th, 2023 for our annual Cruising with Step Driving movie. Hey, it's going to be the Great Race.
Yep. Great movie.
Oh, it is. It's a funny movie.
It is. Those two are hilarious.
And save
And
the
then-
date. Cruise and Hines, Sunday, August 27th, 2023.
Yep, that's a big one.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. We're 1 hour and 13 minutes in. What do you got?
I don't know. I didn't get a new marketplace yet. I still got the May one, and I don't know if there's too many things that we haven't covered already.
Yeah, we covered quite a bit.
Did you get a chance to attend the Garden City Memorial Day observance?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Yes.
How was it?
It was good. It was typically good.
Okay.
Mark did a good job, and of course, all the presenters and people did good jobs.
Yeah, a little different, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and that I think we covered quite a bit. I did want to mention. Let's see, there is one thing in here I'll mention for them. The annual Strawberry Festival, Friday, June 16th,
Oh yeah,
from 4:30 to 8 p.m. That's going to be at the Garden City Presbyterian Church,
Yeah.
1841 Middle Belt Road. Music, boutique, bake sale, games for the kids, strawberries with cake and ice cream for all. Proceeds will be donated to a local charity. Very cool.
Yeah.
We actually had strawberry shortcake last night. Mrs. Chap made. Ooh, it was good.
Oh,
I
love
love
strawberry shortcake.
it's good stuff. All right. I don't have anything else.
Nice.
I think we
That's
covered
pretty
quite a
much it.
bit. Huh?
That's pretty much it. There's
Okay.
most of the stuff we've been covering have been from the Senior Echo or the marketplace, and
All right. If you think of anything, mark it down for next week and we will get that on there. All right. Let me see. We're always looking, Mike, for guests to come on the show. If anyone's interested or know someone that might be interested, we'd love to hear from them. Just email us at gcommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook. Doesn't matter what community you live in. We are doing the shows remotely, so you can do them from the comfort of your home or office, especially in the air conditioning today.
yeah.
It's hot in this studio right now. Come
And
on the
we had-
show and share your information with us and the surrounding communities. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
We had Dennis Wagela at our Kiwanis meeting today. He spoke.
Did you? How'd that go?
It went well.
Okay.
I think he's going to join and be a member of the Garden City Kiwanis. He couldn't believe the meetings.
Did he bring any dimes?
He didn't have to because he was a guest, but they were.
Oh, that's right.
Lines were flying right and left.
Flying all over, eh?
Yeah.
Well, anyone interested in joining the Kiwanis, get a hold of Mike. He'll get you in there.
You're darn right.
And speaking of guests, next week we welcome another local business owner and artist, Julie Sexton from Julie Sexton Create will be here, so we can showcase her business and some of her work. So I did want to mention that I'm going to be doing a giveaway that day of something she made for me, and it's pretty darn cool, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I hope you tune in for that show next week.
Oh yeah. By the way, it looks like we're going to have our annual Kiwanis anniversary dinner 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Where's that at? The farmhouse?
Farmhouse. Actually, no, 4 weeks from tonight.
Okay.
So I might be late getting
Okay.
to chat that night because I'm technically in charge of this.
And we will be taking the Music in the Park night off. What is that, the 15th?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. June 15th, we'll be taking that off. So put that on your calendars. And we hope to see you all at the Music in the Park at Garden City Park. It's always a fun night. Dawn Corey says Angels Above Baby Gowns is still active. It is being run by Linda, the vice president in Livonia.
That's good.
Okay, good information, Dawn. It's a great, great organization. They do great things. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Podcast.
We want to thank our special guest, Don Nicholson from Don Nicholson Enterprises. Be sure to check out his car events coming up and his website at donnicholson.net. And you can also give him a call if you need any printing done or anything at 734-658-5296. That's his cell phone. The message if he doesn't answer, and he will get back to you. Also, a big thanks to my fantastic co-host, meteorologist Dr. Tom Iwinski, and Mike. Great job as always. Any final thoughts before we go, sir?
No, just my standard is all get vaccinated and protect ourselves and our loved ones.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Keep
Also,
that-
a huge thank you to each and every one of you for sharing part of your time tonight with us and also over the past 13 years. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, don't forget this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook. So we hope you'll catch it later at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late by going to facebook.com/GCChat. And feel free to share the show with your friends as well. Also, catch us on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@GC Community Chat Show, or just search GC Community Chat. You'll find it. You'll not only see this show, but all our past shows as well. And please subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button. We would really appreciate that as well. And as we do at the end of all our shows, Mike, we want to thank all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate. Like Mike said, get that booster. And also, protect
Flu shot,
yourself and
too.
others. And Mike, if you see something,
Say something.
say something. We need to look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to drtomsweather.com. It's a great user-friendly website over there. A lot of good weather information. We will see you right back here next week, June 8th, for show number 625. Our guest will be Julie Sexton, an artist and business owner right here in Garden City called Julie Sexton Create. She does some really nice work, so we hope that you'll join us next week for that show. So until then, we hope that you enjoyed this show. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to contact any of us here at the chat, email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know how we're doing, what you'd like to see more of. And thanks again for watching and all the comments. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your week. And Mike, good night. You take care, buddy. See you next week. Survive the heat, okay?
Yeah.
All right, night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.